I spent 6 weeks playing a Cataclysm private server, and I released a retrospective of the Cataclysm expansion.
Okay.
There was one fairly important thing that I was worried about. But after playing the Cataclysm Beta all week, I weirdly no longer have this concern, because Blizzard have done something very interesting to the open world content.
Okay.
By the way guys, pre-orders are available now for the Cataclysm Wrested XP leveling guide. If you want to support the channel, please click the link below, because this puts a cookie on your browser so that when you buy the guide in the future, I will get a little commission, and that allows me to do YouTube full-time as a career, so I would really appreciate it.
You can pre-order a guide.
So when we played a private server on stream, which by the way, a link to that is in the description, it quickly became very clear that the open world leveling content was brain dead when it comes to difficulty.
Like
Me and my old GM Fail were able to pull multiple camps of Murlocs and kill them within one rendability, as you can see by the footage in the background. But this isn't the case with the Cataclysm Beta.
I played on the beta a little bit. I leveled like a Worgen. I've done like a Goblin leveling as well. It wasn't hard, but it also wasn't easy. Like mobs kind of did damage, I feel like.
The world maintains a level of threat and difficulty that I honestly wasn't expecting, so I fell on my backside quite a lot. So either the private server I played on was scripted incorrectly and made mobs too easy to kill, or Blizzard have moderately buffed the open world. This is something that is definitely needed, as the more expansions that came out for WoW, the more the leveling content became too easy and therefore redundantly boring content.
A little bit,
in my opinion, it shouldn't. Blizzard did fix this in later expansions, but if Blizzard continue to re-release all of their previous expansions, then this leveling problem will ultimately just become worse as time goes on for classic WoW, because the leveling problem is still there. And
yeah, but I think it's because like the deeper you get into the expansions, the more it just focuses on the new content, right? Which I guess is fair, like at some point, I suppose. But are you upset that you no longer can? Okay.
It does become worse and worse when.
Wait, that thing is an effect of today, right? The new Twitch meta.
Heirlooms become part of the picture. By the way, guys, if you're looking to parse better in Nomagon, I've made a very detailed boss-to-boss guide. Subscribers can get a preview of that video right now. Subscribe to the channel, check out my channel trailer. If you want to get the full guide, you have to become a member of the channel. Personally, I think Classic WoW's legacy expansions do need a dramatic leveling revamp, because if we do get Mop and Warlords of Draenor, I mean the leveling was atrocious in these expansions.
I never leveled in Mob, so I don't know.
Using the term legacy expansions now because calling the game Classic WoW really doesn't feel right anymore. In these expansions, you had to
a little bit.
A boring slog of 5 to 6 days playtime, either having to solo level or...
Wait! Is he talking shit about the VOD leveling? Yeah, because I actually liked VOD leveling a lot. I can't speak for Mob, but I didn't enjoy Warlords of Draenor as like an expansion fully, but I really liked the leveling. I thought going through all those different scenarios with like all the different like orcs, orc war chiefs or whatever you call them, I thought it was great. I really enjoyed it.
Through every expansion's quest, or batter your head against the keyboard in Dungeon Finder.
Okay, but like...
Now, there's two big problems with a boring leveling experience. One, current players can't be bothered re-rolling and once they are bored of playing their main, they're probably just going to quit. Two, it deters new or returning players, because in their minds they'll feel the sentiment of, oh, it's too much of a boring grind and it's going to take way too long to catch up to everyone else. It's probably too late to start in the expansion. This is quite literally the most frequent question I get on my Twitch, and I think every Twitch streamer can probably relate to this. People are always asking, is it too late to start playing the game? And I think it is a very genuine concern that most players feel. So I think that Blizzard should strive to solve this concern that most players have.
I just don't know if you can solve that for players though. Because in of itself, like MMOs are like it's a grind, right? It's a long, like grindy experience, and it's not really something you can get around really that easily, right? Is it too late to start Cataclysm? Yeah, it is.
When the level squash was introduced in the Shadowlands pre-patch, along came Chromie time leveling. The concept is pretty simple. Choose an expansion to level up in. That gets you high enough level to play the latest expansion's content. Then you progress through the latest expansion and Bob's your uncle. You are max level. On Rito, you no longer have to slog through every single expansion to get to max level.
Because that's what it's about, right?
And I don't see why this system shouldn't just be implemented at this point into Classic WoW, into...
No, I don't agree with this. I don't think this is a good idea. I feel like Cataclysm is fine as it is with the leveling, man. Like, for all the people that like vanilla WoW and stuff like that, they're probably gonna, like, I know for myself, I actually kind of hope in a way that they'll do a Cataclysm fresh, so I can go through all the different, like, Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor for the first time, right? Like, I've never done Badlands or Stone Talon Mountains or Ashenvale in the revamped zone. And from what I understand, the leveling is actually quite fast. So I definitely don't agree with this at all.
Classic Cataclysm. The majority of the audience, if we're going to be realistic, who want to carry on playing Cataclysm Classic, are an audience with an endgame mindset. Therefore, the leveling should be a short and sweet fun process
Not
with
necessarily.
quality over quantity in mind. Experience from Battlefront should be buff because that is a really fun way to level. Open world group leveling should be buff so that playing with your friends doesn't nerf your XP per hour. Nobody wants to play 5 days playtime either grinding Dungeon Finder or playing every expansion one by...
I don't think it's gonna take 5 days. Like, I've not done a ton of Cataclysm leveling myself, but I've seen a few streamers do it, and like, they've been leveling really fast. But it does? Does it really take that long? Interesting. But I mean, I don't have an issue really with going through the levels. At least on, like, if I had like a main character, I want to do it like that, right?
People who want to play Cataclysm, strangely enough, want to play Cataclysm. They want to play the revamped zones and then level in the 80 to 85 zones. And most people very likely don't want to go through the TBC and Wrath of the Lich King leveling zones all over again. So
I can see that this taste towards wanting to do TBC and Wrath again, like Northrend, but I really actually would enjoy to go through the Kalimdor stuff. I think that could be kind of cool. But TBC and Wrath, I could agree with a little bit. That might be a little bit mundane, yeah?
Why not reduce the amount of XP needed to get to level 85 and implement a system similar to Chromie time leveling?
I don't like that though.
Should just be able to pick whether they want to level in the Cataclysm revamp zones, or Outland, or Northrend, or maybe even the option to level in the original vanilla world.
Nah, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't agree with that. I think it's fine as it is, personally. Like, you already have so much choice to level, like, all the different zones in Kalimdor, right? And in Eastern Kingdoms. Like, there's a ton of different stuff.
And when you're done with that, straight to the level 80 to 85 zones. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
I don't agree with this, personally.
Before you run away, though, guys, please do me a solid and check out one of the videos on my second channel. I have a video over there that I did spend a lot of time on. It took me 50 hours to edit. What I basically do in the video is I attempt to complete the game Oblivion as the adoring fan NPC.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what people think. I'll link the video here, chat, obviously. I'm interested to what people are saying about this. They already clarified that they're buffing the XP of TBC and Wrath leveling so you can get faster Cataclysm zones, so at least something. I mean, if they've already done that, then I think that's completely fine. As an altaholic, I don't like the current Chromie leveling system. I like leveling my characters the old way because that's just how the game was the majority of its life. I'm a grumpy old gamer who hates change. That's a classic WoW player. Yeah, what makes leveling in Cataclysm fun are the remade zones. I agree with this guy, yeah, I agree. Member gang. To be fair, they've made leveling so much easier as the max level gets higher, or as the atrocious way this has made a good balance. Maybe mobs are just as hard, but you get more XP from kills. I wasn't able to get past level 5. I think I've leveled one too many times and just simply cannot do it again. I mean, maybe you just burned out on WoW, you know? I don't agree with the overall take of it, though. I don't think the whole Chromie thing would be great for that personally, but that's just me on that one, right, obviously.